Hi guys, welcome back to Talking Blue. Luke Langella alongside Matthew Mooney. A tough loss tonight in the preseason game one, Giants versus Lions, 21-16 finish, but it was a well fought out game by the Giants. A lot of young guys got to play, so we'd like to hop right into it. The big guy, obviously, Tommy DeVito, the rookie quarterback, fighting for that third string role to stay on the roster for the beginning of the season, threw for 155 yards over a touchdown, one interception on a throwing Hail Mary, and then he went 15 for 24. Looked very good out there, had a few nice runs. Matthew, how do you feel about his performance?
He was good. I mean, obviously it was a disappointing lost 21-16, but he looked good. If I think he could potentially be the second string quarterback over Tyrod Taylor. It's just one preseason game, but Tyrod Taylor did not impress today. I think Tommy DeVito has potential. I watched him at Syracuse for a season. He was pretty good then, and hopefully he does well with the Giants.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that statement for sure. Tyrod Taylor really did not look sharp early, and obviously Daniel Jones got hurt last year. You never know, little injuries could happen over the course of a long season, and I just wasn't impressed. Tyrod Taylor seemed flustered back in the pocket, while Tommy DeVito seemed cool under the pressure of the heat. We're going to talk about it. The second team offensive line was absolutely atrocious. He had people in his face all day, and he made it work. I felt like Tyrod Taylor felt flustered back there, and for a veteran like that, it's never good to see. So we want to talk a little bit about some of the guys who made some nice grabs. David Sills, 2 catches for 36 yards. Sweeney with the big touchdown catch, the Don Bosco connection. Crowder for 2 catches for 32 yards, and Beasley for an impressive 4 catches and 33 yards. How do you feel about which one of those guys stands out to you, Matthew?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Tommy Sweeney since he caught the touchdown from DeVito, the Bosco to Bosco connection. We're from Ramsey, New Jersey, and that's where Don Bosco High School is. And Tommy Sweeney grew up in Ramsey, New Jersey. But alongside, other than that, Sweeney looked impressive, and hopefully he can be a solid tight end. I know we talk about how every position on the Giants, well, most of the positions have a lot of good depth, including the tight end position.
Yeah, you're right on that. Lawrence Cager obviously played a little bit. Chris Myrick, we have 5 tight ends competing for a spot, so it's going to be hard for all of them to make the team. I was impressed with Cole Beasley and Jameson Crowder. 2 guys that recently got picked up, and I thought they played well. And we'll see them in the mix over the course of the season, and I was impressed. So let's go to the back end, the defensive backs. So Jason Pinnock, it's the obvious choice. Started off the game with the interception, tackle for loss. He was all over the field. Matthew, talk about him.
He was great. Honestly, the first play of the game, he made that interception, and then the second drive for the Lions, he made a great play. I think third down. I'm right. Yeah. So third down, he made a great defensive play to get the ball away from, I forget who it was, but he forced the incompletion. It was really good there, and Deontay Banks looked great today. I know he didn't get a lot of balls thrown near him, but to receivers attacking him, but
Yeah.
he
Deontay Banks was excellent. For when he was needed, he showed his athleticism, and he could hit. Some of those tackles between him and Trey Hawkins, who was excellent in coverage today. Those guys were not afraid to lay a hit for cornerbacks. They were landing solid hits on those receivers. They were not giving those receivers really a yard to work with. Those open field tackles, one of the toughest tackles to make in the game, and they made it look easy. Banks and Hawkins, I think, are the future of a defensive back. I thought they both played an excellent game for while they were in.
Speaking of the defensive back's future, I have a quick question. After the season, should the Giants tenure Adoree Jackson with a contract?
Looking at all these guys, I wanted to talk a little about Cordell Flott too, who had another nice game here, a big breakup in the end zone. They have a lot of young guys I think are talented, and I think Adoree just never really worked out. So I could see the Giants maybe moving away from him if some of these rookies step up and he has another tougher year. And then I also want to talk about one other guy, your favorite, Dane Belton, with a huge interception, but an even better return.
Yes, that was awesome. I remember watching that play, and we were talking about Deontay Banks just now. He got a tip on that interception, but Dane Belton made the interception there. He returned it for, I think it looked like 20 to 25 yards. It was a very
40. It was
impressive run.
actually a 41-yard return.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
yeah, impressive.
I didn't realize that actually, but still, he looked great. That was a great play. Hopefully, he can make a few more big interceptions like that. Hopefully, one day he can be intercepting Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott this season. We'll
Yeah,
see.
Bryce Ford Wheaton, another guy I want to talk about, played horrible game by him. Dropped a big third down pass. He slipped. He just all this hype up. I was hyping up myself. I remember reading about him. I thought he was going to be insane, and obviously it's the first preseason game, but he just looked like he had no idea what he was doing out there. For a guy that has so much athleticism, I expected more out of him. I thought he played horrible.
Oh, I agree with you. He had a very disappointing performance. Hopefully, on the 18th, which will be the second preseason game versus Carolina, I'm going to be there, guys. So hopefully, I see some of you guys. I'll be in section 137, row 17. So yeah, I hopefully he plays that game and performs better. He just looked
Yeah,
horrible. It was disappointing.
Yeah, and then John Michael Schmitz, great game by him. You were watching the Giants broadcast by Bob Papa. They were saying all day, John Michael Schmitz is giving the holes. The running backs, just didn't seem like they were finding them, which brings it to Eric Gray, Matt Breida, and James Robinson all got some time. I wasn't that impressed with the run game. Obviously, our starting offensive line wasn't in there, and our running backs just looked a little flat out there. They weren't hitting their holes. And then the second team offensive line, they were just horrible. DeVito was under the rest every single play. It can't get much worse than that. And it was bad, Matthew.
Yeah, I agree with you. I know this was a loss, but the Giants season is not going to look anything like this, guys. Don't worry. It was just one game. It was a bad performance, but none of our starters really played, and it was just they just didn't look great. The backup offensive line is horrible. I know we just said that. The run game I wasn't impressed with. I was disappointed about Eric Gray. He played a lot on special teams. He did have a very good return.
Yeah, he did. I think you bring up a valid point, though. This isn't what the line's going to look like. It's disappointing to see our backups aren't great backups, but, they'll have time. They improve on everything. And that's what the preseason is about, a test. The cuts are going to come soon. A lot of these guys will be saying bye-bye soon. And, that was really our post-game reaction. We're very excited. Matthew will be in attendance next week for Carolina. Excited to see more guys. Tommy DeVito get another more playing time, maybe see Daniel Jones get out there and some Saquon Barkley. But we're excited. It was great to see the team back out there, and that's really it for me, Matthew. Any closing statements?
That's it. But yeah, I know you just said that I will be we just said that I'll be attending the preseason game versus the Panthers. There will be a vlog coming out, and I will try to get a lot of good content at the games. So yeah, that's it for the post game show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a few friends, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the pregame show versus the Panthers. Let's go Giants!